What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Crazy day in the markets today. NASDAQ 100 was down almost 3 points. I think at one point in time, the triple Qs were down 8 points. So, if you're a newer trader or you're someone who's just getting started in trading, I'd say realistically, if you've been actively trading the markets for under a year, under 2 years even, anytime something like this is going to happen, it could be a little scary. But, it is what it is. The market has been, pretty much riding higher and higher since the middle of May. Realistically, ever since the triple Qs reclaimed the 50-day moving average, they went on that straight line up, so forth and so forth. Even though the tape, which is the scoreboard today, looked bad across the board. However, NASDAQ 100 still in very, very bullish context, only down 1%, guys. I mean, we don't even get into bear territory, bear market until 20% correction, and that's considered a correction. This is just a little bit of profit taking, a little bit of, pricing in a lot of these tech earnings, so forth and so forth, down 1%, nothing major. The bulls kind of, rallied at the end of the day, kind of reclaim that 10-day moving average again, reclaim the 5. So nothing to be too concerned about. However, that's not what this video is going to be about. I was talking to one of the other members in the Discord, Andre. We've been trading together now for over a year since he's been in the Discord, and I've seen him grow a small account into a good size account. Good size meaning getting over the PDT rule, learning the process, learning his levels, this, that, and the other. So he was kind of saying to me, a lot of the stuff in the chat that's going on in the traders room sometimes is looking for swing plays. They're looking for maybe not so much the scalper mentality type of play. Maybe you have a smaller account, maybe you're under the PDT rule, maybe you only can trade options, maybe you can't trade some of the bigger stocks and take aggressive size. So let's do a small account challenge. Market was a little all over the place today, so I thought that's a pretty good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of draw out what we want to do here. He's gonna do it with me. We're gonna use the same strategy that we've been using for a while now, guys. If you do want to learn a good strategy, the way that I've been trading, I learned from someone who traded the markets, old Wall Street guy, traded the markets for over 18-20 years, learned a lot of valuable information on just the way that stocks move, the way institutions buy stocks, the way levels seem to find support, there's resistance, so forth and so forth. Guys, on my website, I made 18 videos showing you guys this process. And it kind of helps out a little bit if you know what I'm doing. I can throw out pivots, I can throw out prices all day long, entries and so forth and so forth. However, if you don't know potentially where the stock can go, if you don't know potentially where the stock can stop, if you don't know potentially when to get out, you can start to lose money. So if you want, head on over to the website Evolution Traders, check it out, see which program you want. If you just want to get the actual course to kind of learn what, how I'm trading and in how I'm getting these levels that I'm throwing out there and why, they work when they work and when to get out when they don't. If you don't want to learn that, I do have the daily watch list. All the gold members are in there. We've been kind of trading the same stocks for the past few weeks now. Even with down days in the market, we're still able to, take some profits. Some days, not always, as much profit as you want, but profit is better than no profit, right? And any green day is better than a red day. So that is at evolutiontraders.com. I'll just get that out of the way. Two, how I'm going to do this account. Right now I'm using TD Ameritrade. That's my main account. That's my big account that I do all my day trading and my scalping with. I do have an old Robinhood account that was just sitting there. I don't really use Robinhood. I'm going to use TD Ameritrade. So I'm going to use TOS, right? Thinkorswim. I'm going to use Thinkorswim to do all of my charting, right? So I'll just, because I'm already on Thinkorswim with my active day trading account. So I'm going to use Thinkorswim for my charting. I'm going to use Robinhood to actually execute the trades. This account, because we started, this idea came so late in the day, there was like 15 minutes to the bell. I already had a good swing play that I wanted to do. I jumped in at the very last minute. Whether that was a good idea or not, we're going to find out, just due to the fact that we've seen the volatility in the market today. If we continue to have a day two, my contracts, options are going to get eaten up. Also, I'm going to go over what I'm doing. So I'm going to use options. The reason I'm going to use options is because this is a small account challenge. I'm not going to have enough money to buy things like Tesla or an Amazon or Roku. I'll only be able to afford like one share on this small challenge. So I'm going to use options so I can be able to leverage that money and be able to trade a little bit bigger stocks. Because small account challenge or not, I try to stay away from penny stocks. I stay away from stocks that are under $10. It's just, they're too hard to manage. They're too heavily traded by retailers. You got to be in these things for a couple months. You got to be in before the pump. It's just a headache and a half. I'd rather trade stocks that have liquidity, stocks that move on a daily basis, stocks that are going to give us ranges. So I'm going to be using options for this. And the starting balance, I didn't want it to be any more than 500. Okay. Any more than 500. So because I started this so late in the day, I did buy one Disney contract, right? So that's the stock I want to do, $58. So that's actually the starting balance, $58. I'm going to be adding more money. I'm going to be funding this account with more money, but no more than $500 out of my pocket. Let's see how this Disney play works out. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit of a swing play here, being that I already bought it today. I'm going to be holding it until tomorrow. So right now, all that I have invested into the Robinhood account is $58. That's how much the contract cost. I took $182.50 strike prices. Expiration is going to be expiring this Friday. So this Friday is going to be 28th, 29th. The 29th, 30th, whatever that day falls on, whatever Friday falls on. So tomorrow's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it's going to be July 30th. That's going to be my expiration. I'm going to go ahead and post screenshots in the Discord. There's going to be a channel in there, small account challenge. I'm going to post it there. If you want to join along with me and Andre on the small account challenge, you can post everything there. You guys can kind of take your plays. I really wouldn't recommend trying to shadow a little bit too much, but that's why I say learn the process, learn the levels, see how I'm going to be picking these stocks. That way it'll be a little bit more, you'll be able to understand a little bit more. So we're going to do one Disney account that's already been purchased. It was $58. Here's where it gets tricky. Okay. So if you have a small account, everybody's always trying to win the lottery. Everyone's always trying to go for the home run. I've been there before. I've built a small account before. When I first started, I took $5,000 and I just grew it from there. Okay. Grew it from there. I started trading 5 years ago. It's been growing. Obviously I take money out. I do this full time. So, bills, vacations, so forth and so forth, along with still funding my account. Obviously, I'm over the PDT rule, so I don't have to worry about, day trades, this, that, and the other. This Robinhood account is going to be limited to 3 round trips a week. So 3 day trades a week. However, I'm going to contact Robinhood. I'm going to get this switched over to a cash account. So with a cash account, trading options, you have to use settled funds. And it's T+1. So if I buy an option contract today and I sell today, that will be settled overnight and I'll be able to use that money again tomorrow. So essentially I can trade every day without having to worry about the PDT rule. Okay. So I'll get that converted over as this challenge moves along. So here's where it gets tricky. Like going back to what I was saying, everyone wants to hit the home run. I'm big on percentages. Okay. Big on percentages. And I'll give you a quick example. Today, for example, I took a short position on Roku for 101% profit. However, I also took a scalp off the open on NVIDIA for 30% profit, 36 or 39. I think it was in there between 30 and 40%. I'll pull it up and I'll try to post it on the channel. However, one of the plays netted $2,000. One of the plays netted $380. Can we guess which one netted $380 and the one that netted $2,000. If you thought that the 100% gain netted the $2,000, you would be wrong. I used smaller position size. So anytime I'm shorting the market, like today we had a market that was weak, potential for shorts, I'm never going to take full size. So if I normally trade 10 contracts and the market is weak, however, we're in a bull market, I'm not going to short 10 contracts. I'm just not going to do it. That's putting on too much risk at any time. They could buy the dip. You can have a reload. Buyers step in, buy the stock up. Next thing you know, the stock bounces on you 3 or 4 points, and then now you're in hot water. Very, very small size. So I took one single contract on Roku. I know that it had one of the biggest moves in the past week. Okay. I knew that if they pulled the rug on the market, Roku was going to be one of the first stocks to get hit, which it did, down 30 points, almost 40 points at one point in the day. I took one contract that cost $300, and that netted me $380 within a matter of 5-10 minutes. Okay. However, now on the NVIDIA play in the morning, I took 8 contracts in the money. That contract went up 3-4 points, and I sold out of that. Luckily I did, because they pulled the market right after that. NVIDIA actually tanked lower than my entry price and went down another 3 or 4 points. So you can't be greedy, especially when you're scalping, especially when you're putting on large size. You need to take the profits when you can take the profits. Okay, so besides the point, just getting into how we're going to do this. I want to take anywhere from 10 to 25% profit, and I want to limit my risk to 10%, around 10%. All this is subject to change. Okay. But off the bat, this is what I want to do. So for example, if I buy one contract like I did of Disney, right? So where am I at? Right here, Disney. One contract of Disney. Let's say this moves 10 to 25% and I'm in the green, meaning that it's a profitable contract. I will just sell it. Now, the only reason that I'm going to hold this contract, if the stock is extremely, extremely strong and I see that we're pushing higher and higher and higher, I will try to hold the runner and see if I can squeeze a little bit more percentage off of that. However, if the contract goes against me and I'm down 10, 15%, I'm just going to cut it. So this is about base hits, about singles. I'm looking to just take 10 to 25% of my investment, make that as a return, move it along into the next trade. Being that this is a small account challenge, I only started with $58. Obviously, I'm going to put a little bit more money in there, obviously, but I'm not going to be able to trade, 2 or 3 times a day. I might be able to only take one trade every 2 days, one trade every 3 days, whenever the opportunity presents itself, because I can't necessarily get in and get out within 5 minutes, 10 times a day or 2 times a day or 3 times a day. I'm going to have to wait for the bigger move is what I'm saying. Especially playing options, I can't, let's say Tesla has a room to scalp 5 points. I can't go in with one contract and try to scalp a move of 5 points, because if it goes up 5 points and then comes back down 3 points, that premium is going to be eaten up. I'm going to end up losing money on the contract. So I need a bigger move. I need bigger moves, area of opportunity. So if we just go over here to Disney, why did I take Disney? I'm on the daily chart here. We had a strong run. Market was weak today. Overall, my whole watch list is red, except for Disney and Netflix and Visa, which I also played today. So what am I looking for here? I'm looking measured potential. I need no supply ahead. I need a good measured potential here. So next area of supply on Disney is going to be 180, 115. I'm looking to possibly swing my contract into the 180s, 180, 50, 181, and then try to sell out there. If this shows any sort of weakness tomorrow, I'll probably just sell it. But why did I take this contract? Because 178.75 was yesterday's highs. I knew that if Disney could go ahead and reclaim yesterday's highs, potentially it had room to go, just because there's measured potential here in the move. How you guys can find out what stocks have measured potential is in the video courses that are on the website, guys. So if you want to know why I took Disney, why there's measured potential, what measured potential is, and why this stock is better to take here than versus if the stock was better to take here. So like just say, for example, on June 30th, it was green. On July 1st, we also had a green candle past the previous candle, right? So we're over yesterday's highs. However, I would not have taken this trade. Why? Too much supply. Evolutiontraders.com. Grab the workshops. Watch the videos. You'll see why this is a better play here. We have measured potential. So I'm currently in this trade right now, 179.48. I'll go ahead and kind of post in the Discord channel, the stocks that I'm playing, a few stocks that I'm looking at, and when I enter the trade, and I'll try to post those screenshots of the Robinhood account and try to do daily updates on the profits, on the losses. This is going to be a journey, obviously starting with $58. I'll probably try to fund it with a couple more $100 just so I have a little bit more room to play. Maybe I can play 2 or 3 plays at a time. But I'm looking to do mainly overnight swings, weekly swings. I'm not looking to hold anything for 2 or 3 weeks. I'm looking to play weekly expirations because they're going to be cheaper. I'm also going to be looking to play the SPY and the triple Qs pretty actively just because those options contracts are very, very cheap. I'm going to also be trying to play stocks like Apple, stocks like DraftKings, stocks like AMD, stocks like, what else is in my budget for this small account challenge? Roblox, Peloton, Penn National Gaming, Twitter, Snapchat, even Facebook I could probably get by playing. It depends. I mean, Microsoft I might be able to play. The only stocks I'm probably really not going to be able to play is going to be like, I won't be able to play Amazon. I probably won't be able to play Tesla too much. I won't be able to play Google, the big ones, the big boys. I probably won't be able to play those just because I won't be able to afford it in the beginning here. So first play is in the books, guys. July 27th is the first day of this challenge. Just going back to this, I want to take 10 to 25% profit. I want to try to keep the losses very tight and just keep it moving along. I'm probably looking to take 1 to 3 trades a week, depending on the market. I'm looking to mainly look at the triple Qs, Apple, AMD, the SPY, Disney. What else? Anything that's pretty much like under $200. Besides the indexes, like the triple Qs, Disney, even the IWM, I'll play because they have options contracts that expire 3 times a week, and I'll be able to get 0 days to expiration or a day out expiration. And then just anything else I see. So, there might be Snapchat that might pop up. There's just different stocks, like things that I'll be able to afford on the small account challenge. Again, we're not looking at dollar amounts. So every play that I take on this small account challenge, I'm not looking to make double my money. If I invested $58 in Disney, I'm not looking to grab $58 back. I'm not looking to grab $300 back. I'm looking to make $10 here, $15 here, $20 here. If I make more than that, so be it. Okay. So this is a long game here. This is a long game. It's never about hitting that one home run. Could I buy one stock, one contract? Let's say I buy Penn National Gaming and it shoots up $5 off my entry. Could that $50 or that $100 contract or whatever it may cost for the premium, could that $100 premium turn into $200, $300, $400? Sure, maybe it could. However, you can't expect that to happen, especially when you're doing a small account challenge. You have to take small profits. So if I can take $100 and I can make 10%, I can make 20%, and I can keep on duplicating that process, my account size is going to start to grow more and more and more. And now I'll be able to take 2 contracts instead of 1. And now that 20%, instead of it being $20, is now going to turn into $40. And then if I take 3 contracts, that same $10 I would have made is now 20. And now that same $20 I would have made turns into 40, and 40 is going to turn into 60. 60 will turn into 80. And we start scaling, guys. We start scaling. In the beginning, you have to start small. Go all the way back to basics. All the way back to basics. Take $10, take $20, take $30, take $40, depending on what account size you're going to start with. If you're going to start with $500, Maybe you're looking to take $30 to $80 a trade. This first trade that I entered cost me 58 bucks. If I can make 10 bucks off of it, if I can make 15 bucks off of it, who's better than me, right? If I can keep on doing this over and over and over, who's better than me, right? A month down the road, $100 can turn into $300, or $300 can turn into $1,000. We'll just have to see. Very, very excited. Hope you guys want to follow along with me. I'll still be continuing to do everything else in the regular channels. However, this is just a little small account challenge that we're going to do on the side. Kind of help you guys out. Some of you guys who need to, hold things maybe overnight. Maybe you guys need to swing things, kind of see my thinking on it. So I'll go ahead and keep posting my updates on it. But as of right now, that's where we stand. First day is on July 27th. Funded this account with one Disney contract at 58. This is going to be a weekly expiration. I'm looking to make 10 to 25% profit. I'm looking to, lose no more than 10, 15% of my premium. I'm looking to do potentially 1 to 3 trades a week, using Robinhood to execute. I'm going to use TOS to do my charting. Strategy that I'm using is evolutiontraders.com. Definitely watching the Q, definitely watching the SPY, AMD, Apple, Disney, Snapchat, Visa, what else? American Express. What else? Random stocks. Twitter will be in there. Anything that I can get my hands on that could potentially turn a profit. Anything that looks good. I'll be using the daily chart to trade off this account. So I'll be using the daily chart to trade this account, and then I'll just kind of monitor it with the 1 hour time frame. I won't be checking the 5 minute. I won't be checking the 1 minute. I won't be checking the 30 minute, the 15 minute. I'll be using the daily chart. Being that I need to hold things pretty much overnight, I can't look at something that looks great on a 5 minute chart or something that looks great on the hourly chart. I need something that looks good on the daily chart, because I'm going to need 1, 2, 3 days for this move to actually develop and take place. Other than that, guys, like the video, follow along, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the updates. This is just day one. I kind of wanted just to give an overview of what I'm doing and how I'm about to do it. So I'm going to try to piece all these pieces to the puzzle together. Kind of use the same knowledge that I've had the past 5 years and what I do day trading, and just kind of implement that on a very, very small scale to see what we can do with it. Definitely not going to win every trade on here, so I will post the losses as well as the wins. That way we can kind of get a better idea of how hard it actually is to grow a small account. It's very easy to take $50,000 and take 10% off of a trade that's moving and make, $500 here, $1,000 there. And it looks like it's easy. You may see that stuff on social media. You may think that it's easy to do it, but when you have a small account, it's not that easy. The gains are not going to be that big, and your losses can really affect your portfolio. So we really need to take it slow. We need to have good risk management. We need to stay disciplined. We need to follow our rules. Where can we find our rules? Evolutiontraders.com. I have a list of rules that I follow. I don't break them. Obviously, I'm human. I'm not perfect. I'm not a robot. I'm going to get emotional. However, I'm trying best to control my emotions, especially with this small account challenge. I have not traded with an account this small in a very, very long time. So it's going to be a little bit different. Stay tuned, guys, and we'll see what we can do.